We are in the boys' bathroom, and what I really love about this space is that it looks super luxurious, but it is also very, very functional. This is always our life. Hi, and welcome to our second episode of my home renovation. I'm very excited to show you what we have in store for this episode because we are talking about all things beautiful. We're talking about finishes, fixtures, all the things that make a space feel really, really special. We have had lots of setbacks, as people typically do in renovations. The cold has had the taping and the mudding take double the time to dry. There's been other setbacks, like one of our slabs broke out of the truck. It just seems to be one thing after another, but we're getting there. We are living at my sister's farm right now. If you've been following me on Instagram, it is so much fun being on her farm, so I'm very grateful that we can stay there and spend our time there. And I've been trying to make as many trips as possible back to the city to get and see what's going on inside the house, and I cannot wait to show you. We are in my garage, and this is where all of our treasures are. We have all of the original lights of the home and all of the original doors of the home, and we've collected lots of beautiful, beautiful antiques along the way. And the design of the house was actually inspired by all of the lights, the doors, anything that we could keep that was existing to the original character of the home. One of my favorite pieces or light fixtures in the home was this beautiful glass hexagon chandelier that's actually going to be in the hallway of our second floor. We've also chosen to keep all of the original doors and all of the original door hardware, just to keep some of the original character up into the second and third floors, which are fully renovated, because we are keeping the original paneling on the main floor, which will match all of these pieces. My grandmother actually used to own an antique shop as I was growing up, so antiques are a really important aspect of my life and all of the designs that I do. So keeping all of these original pieces, incorporating other antiques that I found along the way or family heirlooms was super special to me. This is a wardrobe that I'm incorporating into Rocco's room, and I just loved the color of it. I loved the molding at the top, and it's just so beautiful, and it's going to add so much character and tie in with the original fireplace. The boys' rooms were very inspired by vintage sports. So we have a bunch of antique tennis rackets that we've collected. I've got an antique football, and then this is such a beautiful quilt that I found. I actually found it on Etsy. It has an R for Rocco. But if you see, it has all of his favorite sports, which is every sport, by the way. We've got soccer, football. So we really wanted to bring in different colors like blues and reds and browns, but in a subtle way. His room is in more of like a blue-gray tone, and incorporating it in accessories, various colors, is a great way to bring in color without overpowering the space with colors, especially in a kid's room. So this is a really special piece that Rocco's gonna be so excited about, and I can't wait to show you the reveal for Rocco. So we're gonna take him on a little tour of his room for the first time, which stay tuned for that. Yeah, so this wardrobe is also going to be in Rocco's room. And if you come around here, we have this really, really special rickety toy bin, which will need to be fixed, but this is actually a family heirloom that we found in my sister's barn, and it was my grandmother's. So this will need to be fixed up and brought into Rocco's room, but I do love the blue tones of it, and it's a really meaningful piece. These dining room chairs I actually found on Facebook Marketplace, and they are so cool. I need to find two end pieces for our dining set, but we're going to have them reupholstered. I'm thinking something more canvasy, but they are so beautiful and such good quality. They're just like really, really sturdy chairs, and they are going to make the whole dining room space. Between these, the chandelier, and the new fireplace, it's going to be so gorgeous. This is also a wardrobe that's going in Rome's room that I found. I just love, the style is called Arts and Crafts, and I just love the tone of wood. I love the hardware. It's going to be a really beautiful piece for him as well. We are going to be renovating the mudroom and the main floor in the second phase of our renovation, but I still wanted to make the mudroom feel special and feel finished. So I actually purchased this piece on Facebook Marketplace for $65, and I thought it was so cute. It still, again, ties in with all of the other antiques throughout the house, and I love that it has storage underneath for the boys' boots, and I cannot wait to show you what I did in an inexpensive way to redecorate and revamp this mudroom space just for the time being until we will renovate. I have not been in here in over a week, and there's been so much progress. I'm so excited. The tile is up on the walls, the mosaic's on in the bathroom. Everything is looking so beautiful, and I'm so excited. The boys are gonna love it. We have used a porcelain 9-foot slab on the walls and the floor just to create the feeling of it being a real stone. A really, really exciting aspect that we are using actually in the entire home are these switch plates, switch plates, and they look like antique switch plates. These actually they had a few of them in the original home because it was knob and tube wiring. We wanted to keep it, but it wasn't up to code, so we swapped them out for these new ones, and I feel like it's just going to make the space pop. This bathtub is going to literally be a work of art. We have spent so much time on the small details of this tub that I'm really, really excited about. We had to make sure that this archway met perfectly with this tile because we did not want to see an outer edge of the tile, and we didn't want one of those metal trim pieces on anywhere really in the entire space. So we built this out a small amount just so that it met with the tile. These are going to be the fixtures, which again are so beautiful. They look traditional yet contemporary at the same time, which is everything that we're going for in this entire space. This is going to be the beautiful ornate crown that goes around the entire room. We're going to do white countertops and a really cool blue vanity, which will be arriving in a couple of weeks. I cannot wait, because once the vanity goes in, then it's all smooth sailing. Fixtures can go in, sinks can go in, and then please, we can go in. We are getting a custom curtain made for this area. We did not want any glass because anyone that knows kids and bathtubs, it's very slippery and you need a lot of space to work with them. So we're doing a custom curtain here, and it actually looks really beautiful against this tile. And the vanity is going to be in this color, and then we've got this antique nickel, which is so, so cool. We are in Rocco's room, and as I was mentioning before, his room is inspired by anything antique sports. He's obsessed with tennis, baseball, soccer, basketball, you name it. So I really, really wanted to surprise him with a sports themed room, but I didn't want it to be super bright and cheesy. And so the way that we did it was by incorporating subtle, more neutral colors and antique sports items that will be hung on his wall and throughout his space. This is a really, really cool color that we'll be using on his wall. It is kind of like a gray blue tone, and we're gonna have all of the entire ceiling is gonna be a Venetian plaster. So it's gonna add a little bit of elegance to the space. And then the wardrobe that I showed you in the garage is going to sit on this wall, and it's going to tie in with this wood fireplace, which we actually re-tiled the hearth for, which I'm obsessed with, the same brick tile that's in the laundry room right now. This is going to be the baseboard, and this is going to be Rocco's blinds, because everybody knows that a baby and a toddler needs a blackout blind. So we're doing a custom Roman shade for all of the windows in this space. And then Roman's room is going to have a very similar Roman shade. It's a linen with a light stripe through it, a little bit playful, but nothing too crazy. And his walls are going to be studio white. And the ceiling is actually going to be a surprising pop of a chocolate brown color with a glossy crown molding around the entire space. And then just to add an additional aspect of playfulness is we're going to continue a stripe, a small stripe in this dark blue color throughout the entire room, which is going to look really, really cool. And I think it's going to be super timeless as well. He's going to be able to grow into that design. We decided to use the original radiators throughout the home. First of all, I love the look of the antique radiator. I feel like it just adds so much character to the space. But second of all, it provides amazing, efficient heat. So it's energy savings, it's cost savings, and the heat throughout the home is just a lot more efficient. I remember in my old home, it was crazy how hot the third floor got in the summer and how cold it was in the winter, and it's a lot better distribution when using radiators. We are in the laundry room and I'm really excited about these floors. We had them custom made. Spaces by Jaclyn, as you know, has a stone importing company. And this is a custom provide by Spaces by Jaclyn marble checkered floor. We have a beige tone and a gray tone. And then I'm in love with the little black marble finish inside. I feel like this just makes the entire room look so luxurious. Even though it is a smaller room, it is going to be gorgeous in here. We also finished with this transition, a clay brick tile, just to lead into the hallway. We are on the third floor, which is the principal suite. And as you can see, a lot has been done since you last came on the site. Drywall is up. The stairs were actually installed yesterday and today, which is very exciting. We've been waiting a long time for those. And if you can come over here, there's so many little details that you wouldn't be able to see off the bat, but that make a huge impact on the space. So we decided to curve, because it is an attic space, curve all of the corners so that there weren't so many angles, and everything just gives it the curves just give it a softer look. As it is important for every single client that we have and for myself, every inch of storage space matters. So I have asked our team to create a niche here that we're gonna have a hidden closet in, so we could do bags in here, books, shoes, whatever we need space for. And then we've also taken this little attic corner, which is the perfect nook for jackets that I don't use all of the time. Same thing, boots, maybe suitcases. It's just a huge amount of storage space. Also maybe a good place for Rocco to hide. The walls are drywalled, which means the millwork team can come and take exact measurements for our vanity, and it is in production right now. One thing that I don't typically do is leave finishes and fixtures to the last minute, but I really wanted each piece to be super meaningful and special. So we've actually left these 3 sconces for a later date until I can find something that I just know is the perfect fit for the space. The bathtub has been a big stress for us. It is on back order, and we ended up changing the size from a 60-inch because when the original tub came in, it ended here to, I think it's a 76-inch now. So it's a huge difference, and it was really important for me to make the space feel right. So I decided to wait the extra 3 weeks for it to arrive. And I wanted to show you the beautiful tub fixtures that are going in this space. I'm so excited. It looks insane. It looks antique, yet new, yet everything that this home is, and it's gonna be one of the most beautiful features of this space for sure. This is going to be the water closet, and as I mentioned before, using every inch of space possible for storage was very important. So we have this hidden area that's going to have a sliding door so I can put my cleaning supplies in for no one to see, which is very exciting for me because I am a cleaner. This is the shower. My dream has been to have a steam shower, and my dream is finally going to come true. This entire shower is going to be cladded with the Travai by Spaces by Jaclyn marble, floor to ceiling, floating bench, and then we are going to have a really, really gorgeous and unique feature here. It's going to be a marble surround. So when you step out of the shower, you are not stepping into the wood floor and warping it. So it's going to come all around here. It's going to curve around where the tub edge is. And it's kind of been another challenge for us figuring out how to make all of the flooring level. We've got the electric in-floor heating that's going to be one level, we've got the marble that's another, and we've got the engineered hardwood that's another. So that's the next feat that we have to figure out, so we will keep you posted on that. But everything will be flush and beautiful, and I can't wait for you guys to see the transitions. This is our dining room fireplace. I was originally going to just micro cement on top of the old brick, but as we took the mantle off, we realized the brick was completely rotting and was crumbling down, so it was not safe. So we came up with a new plan, which we always have to do, detour and come up with a new plan, and we decided to create this arched, really gorgeous, drywalled fireplace. We had to build out this wall because it is a brick wall on this side, so we had to hide all of the wires, but I really, really wanted to add sconces on either side. So these are, again, sconces that I found, antique sconces. I feel like they're going to really make the space. We're going to clad the bottom of the fireplace with marble and then also just do a little marble trim around the fireplace. It's definitely going to be one of my favorite rooms in the house, and I cannot wait for you to see. That is it, just another day at the house that we are renovating. And I can't wait for you to come back next time. We will have floors in, we will be painting, we'll start to put in all of the beautiful finishes and fixtures, and it's going to be really exciting. And then stay tuned for the reveal for Rocco and see his reaction in his new sports theme vintage room.